and meet an unforgettable cast of hot guys and girls. In this week's Cozy Game News, we are looking at a game that promises to shift our perspective on how we see cozy games. We also have an unexpected delay and another long-delayed and highly anticipated title that finally gets a release date. The next My Time game promises a full immersion and deep romances, a nostalgic sequel to Professor Layton, and more. As usual, we have a lot to talk about, so get comfy and join me in. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam just got a new trailer that was shown during the Level 5 Vision presentation 2024, and I couldn't be more excited. This is a title I honestly thought we might never see again. As someone who grew up loving the old DS Professor Layton games, I cannot believe that this is real. As always, the Layton series is centered around solving puzzles, something that I usually do not like and that I am not great at all. And even despite all that, I have played almost every single Professor Layton game out there, and that just goes to show how much I love the Layton universe. Looking at the trailer, of course, we have Professor Layton and Luke back, which makes me irrationally happy, and the steampunk-inspired fantasy world looks absolutely wonderful and still has that same charming feel to it. It definitely looks more modern with 3D characters and 3D backgrounds, but they have kept the beautiful 2D artwork that makes the Layton series so special. It looks like ghosts and supernatural elements might play a huge role in this story, which is set 1 year after the events of the previous game, and it has me pretty intrigued. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam is set to release in 2025, and I honestly can't wait. The creator of Wanderstop recently shared more insight in an interview with The Guardian. As you may know, Wanderstop is set to be a cozy game that takes a different approach than what we're used to. At a first glance, Wanderstop seems to tap into the same urge as many other cozy games, to leave our stressful lives behind and escape into an anonymous wilderness. However, Davey Redden shares how he pressured himself into finding relaxation through games, and in the end it just left him feeling burnt out instead. According to him, Wanderstop will shift our understanding of where true healing comes from, and I find this approach really interesting. While cozy games might detract us in the short term, perhaps Wanderstop will challenge our perspective and make us realize we can't always close our eyes to the harsh reality of life. And maybe we might need to find better ways to cope or find solutions, instead of pretending everything is fine when it often isn't. We see this reflected in Wanderstop's main character, Alta, who is a former champion fighter and essentially a human weapon. But her time in the arena has left her traumatized. She starts to believe that running a tea shop will heal her, and I'm really curious to see how this will turn out for her. I'm looking forward to the kind of message that Wanderstop has for us and whether we can use it to improve our own lives. Tales of the Shire has been delayed to March 25th, 2025, but it is not all bad news. Because recently we actually celebrated Hobbit Day on September 22nd, which is when the developers gave early access to other content creators for an early preview. Many cozy gamers seem excited for a cozy Lord of the Rings experience, and I am especially looking forward to the cooking system, which looks very elaborate and fun. There is also going to be a nice decoration mode with plenty of clutter to play around with. But opinions are split on this game. I personally think the world and landscaping looks very beautiful. I just hope it doesn't end up feeling empty. One of the biggest concerns shared by many others is the character models, which are seen as unaesthetic. But I think this is clearly very subjective, and it could also potentially be something to overlook if the gameplay delivers. So The Sims 5 is not happening. The so-called Project Renee that was revealed earlier last year was believed to be The Sims 5, but it was never actually confirmed. Now, the Sims team has officially stated that Project Renee is instead a multiplayer extension for The Sims 4. So it doesn't seem like they want to move on from The Sims 4 anytime soon, and we will be seeing a lot more expansion packs for the game in the future. This, of course, worries a lot of people because the game's coding is apparently pretty outdated and we keep getting recurring bugs with every update that need fixing. However, the Sims team has shown recent efforts with bug fixes, also repairing broken packs like the infamous My Wedding Stories. They have also put out a survey that hints at 9 different new expansion pack themes that we could be getting in the future, which I am cautiously excited for. That said, I think they still have a lot of work to do, especially since the AI in The Sims 4 isn't exactly the smartest. I am also slightly disappointed that we are not getting a fresh new The Sims 5, but maybe The Sims 4 still holds a lot of untapped potential that we have yet to explore. So the brand new title in the My Time series has been announced, and its Kickstarter is now live and has been fully funded within 35 minutes. The world looks incredibly vibrant and extra beautiful, and even the story seems to be way more dramatic than I would expect from a cozy game. My time at Evershine will be a must-play for me. And if you're also a fan of cozy life sims and RPGs, I think this will also be totally up your alley. According to the devs, we will explore a vibrant environment, make meaningful connections, and meet an unforgettable cast of hot guys and girls. And of course, this is exactly what I am here for. I am absolutely in love with the new cover art and character designs. It is a slight departure from the previous My Time games, but I think this more mature look is exactly what many people were asking for. There is also this very charming and blonde gentleman in uniform called Avery. He is returning from Sandrock and will now be romanceable. Like many others, I am very excited to meet him, even as a My Time series beginner who has only played a little bit of My Time at Portia. My Time at Evershine is set in the same My Time universe and has other recurring characters that loyal players are reportedly excited for, but I think it will also be great for beginners like me because the Evershine story starts in an entirely new settlement. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this game, and I will totally dissect the romance options. What pleases me the most about their Kickstarter goals is that they want to make the story more tight-knit, with fewer romanceable characters, and instead ensure that all of their stories are satisfying. I really like that they are cutting back on trying to do everything at once, and instead focusing on the core strengths of the story and deepening the romance interactions. The devs really want to ensure a full immersion this time around, and I couldn't be more excited for it. Fantasy Life: The Girl Who Steals Time is officially rescheduled to release in April 2025. And I'm so happy about this news because I was really getting worried after the indefinite delay. It is great to see that they are back on track, and they have released a second brand new trailer narrated by Kazuyuki, showcasing a more in-depth gameplay mechanics. The new installment's world is described as the biggest open-world map in Fantasy Life's history, which sounds extremely exciting to me. We will also get new ways to traverse the world with different mounts, and it truly seems like this will become a game that fully lets us explore to our heart's content. We are also getting a decoration mode and terrain editing tools that remind me of Animal Crossing and Floatopia, but what I find the most intriguing are the 14 professions that we can choose from, including a farmer and artist. I'm so glad they finally settled on a new release date and that the project is still in the works. I'm personally so hyped for Fantasy Life and My Time at Evershine, but please let me know what your favorite one is. But that has been everything from me. Have a lovely day, my friends, and see you in the next video.